Sentinel Online. Now loading All Things Transformers. Be sure to check out All Things Transformers with Steve, Megatron, and TFG1 Mike.
Okay. Give it a second. Stupid recorder wouldn't come on, but yeah, give it 2 or 3 seconds, then go ahead.
Hello and welcome to All Things Transformers, episode 45. I'm your host, Steve Megatron Phillips, and joining me is my always present co-host.
Pretty much taking over the show, TFG1 Mike.
Damn thief.
Hey, I'm running out of toys, damn it. I didn't want to do a toy cast with Proto Man. There was news we had to talk about last time.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not my fault you work 2 jobs.
And not for much longer. That one's about to bite the dust. Forever.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, what is new with you?
Not much. We just wrapped on season 4 of This Week in Geeks Nerd News. Still putting emails and calls out to different people to get interviews from. Let's see. We recorded Beast Unleashed 9 and 10, which 10 was fairly normal. 9, not so much.
9 still didn't beat 8. I'd have to say 8 was by far the most explicit version of TV yet.
Well, I've actually gone ahead, like way ahead. I'm in the middle of season 3 now, and as I'm going along, I'm making notes like I would if I was watching them before we recorded, but I kind of wanted to go ahead and get my notes taken and all that stuff and just get it out of the way, and I'm telling you, there's plenty of stuff that we can get explicit about in the future.
I have a feeling we're going to end up going that direction as well.
Yeah.
Just because.
And see, the good thing about, like, with TFG1, I pretty much took all the notes. I mean, I do all the synopsis anyway for the most part. Well, if my season 1 booklet wasn't ripped, I would have done it in episode, 9? Yeah, 8 and 9, I would have done those, but seeing as how fucking Rhino decides to super glue the fucking booklet to the DVD case, fucking morons.
Which is pretty dumb.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't do that with Beast Machines. At least instead of Beast Machines, they fucking printed it right on the damn thing, so now I have to
open up all the flaps.
Yeah, well, I'm not even fucking doing that. I'm just gonna, before we even get to Beast Machines on the Beast Unleashed podcast, I'm just gonna open all the flaps, read it word for word, copy it, and just have it in Word, and not even worry about the damn flaps. Tooncast 50 came out, so we're halfway done with that show. MWire 39 came out. We're nowhere near done with that show, but that show's kind of, it's going to get better, but honestly, at this point, I'm really losing interest in doing that show. I don't know what it is. I think it's because we don't really get to do the whole Kevin Smith spotlight thing that I wanted to do, because neither one of us have the DVDs, and I didn't want to just pay lip service to those films, and I had to find substitutes. And then, of course, there's, co-host issues, people saying they're going to be able to help out, and then at the last minute saying, oh, I got, I'm graduating high school, I'm moving to bumfuck nowhere Canada from Hamilton and everybody else and everything else. So, yeah. Let's see what else. Secret Origins Episode 7 will be coming out. Is it it's tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Hell, I don't know. It's yeah, I think it's this week. Yeah. I don't know. So that's pretty much what's going on.
Cool.
Yep. So
hopefully I will be getting the new War Stories 2.0 episode 1 up soon. I would have did it this morning, except I can't really do voices in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, we've had plenty of new changes to the site and whatnot.
Yeah, between now and June 1st, I plan on saving up as much money as I can. I'm planning, hopefully, that Steve and I can go to TFCon Toronto. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but there is a donate button on the main page of geekcastradio.com. I understand that it is, hard times for everyone, but, if you guys want to help us out, help us get to TFCon, even if I've said this before, even if like 10 or 12 people donated $1 a day, it would still help. I am going to try to do this, with, saved up money that I've got, that I'm going to be putting away between now and June. I know I should have been saving up beforehand, but TFCon is much easier to go to than BotCon, and much cheaper too.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit higher quality outside of the, more of TFCon is pretty much your fans convention. It's a social building thing. It's, friends that like it's not all about sell like BotCon is now. So yeah.
Awesome.
What else? Oh crap. We did interview Ian James Corlett, voice of Cheetor, over on Beast Unleashed. When the hell was that? Last Thursday, yeah, something.
Yeah, because last Thursday was the cluster of episodes.
That's right. Yeah, last Thursday. That was awesome. That's by far. I mean, I really try not to choose favorite interviews, but so far for me, that's probably my favorite interview because he's just awesome. And like I said in the interview, he said it himself. He's not your normal, everyday voice actor. He's no Gary Chalk. He's no Scott McNeil. But he is awesome in his own right, and that was just awesome for me to be able to talk to him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, crap. So I guess we should get into some news here.
Yeah, so we don't end up rambling on.
Yes. Apparently, Leonard Nimoy is going to be at the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo this weekend, April 24th and 25th. So this past weekend he was there. This weekend, the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo will be held in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and the expo will feature many famous guests, including several luminaries from the world of Transformers. Leonard Nimoy, Tony Todd, Neil Kaplan, Scott McNeil, and Gary Chalk, and many more guests. The event promises to be loads of fun, and you can get all the details regarding this event at their official site. Well, the event's already over, obviously, but I thought it was just interesting for us to bring it up because, honestly, ever since Protoman told me his story about attempting to meet Leonard Nimoy at FanX last year, it just wasn't you know, I mean, I understand that these celebrities go to these things and they're there for say 2, 3, 4, 5 hours signing autographs. I get that they need a break, but long story short, from what Proto Man said was he took a 2 hour break, so people were standing in line for 2 hours. Then he didn't show up for another 3.5 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not a Leonard Nimoy fan anymore. I used to be.
Well,
I used to be like, okay, it's Leonard Nimoy. He's Spock. He's Galvatron. That's cool and all. But just ever since Proto Man told me that story, I cannot stand this guy anymore. I don't hate him like I hate Neil fucking Kaplan, but you know, treat your fans a little bit better, Nimoy.
I don't think he really cares all that much for the fact that he's retiring this year.
Well, good. Maybe they'll kill him off in the next Star Trek film.
Well, I doubt they'll kill his character off, but
God damn it.
they just won't have him in it. He's not really needed.
Alright, so moving on. What?
I was going to say, because I'm not really going to read on the repainted Masterpiece Prime. They call it Sleep Mode.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to bring that up.
Which is retarded. It's just a grayscaled Prime, but
yeah, it'd be different if it was a black Prime.
Yeah, it's almost like a Nemesis Prime wannabe.
Yeah.
Anyways, Shia LaBeouf, or La Bitch, if you're considering that, finds returning to Transformers 3 hard. Recently had a chat with the Transformers star on femalefirst.co.uk. Shia had this to say: "My mind battles with me all the time. My mind hates the fact that I'm going back to Transformers 3, but the kid in me loves it. The actor in me who is looking to challenge himself isn't going to get it on in Transformers, and I know that. But that doesn't mean that I'm any less dedicated to that movie being perfect. I wasn't happy with the second movie, and unless the third one is better than both, then we failed. Will the future of Transformers action movies be Samless?"
Let's hope
they
so.
have. Yeah, but I could give two shits less about his character, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Because all he does is they use him as a plot device just to move the plot along. He's not really that needed.
Mm-hmm.
They could replace him with almost any other human.
I think what it is it's the fact that he started out on little Disney movies, and he got his thing in holes, and oh wow, that sounds horrible.
He got he jumped in a couple holes. And
Yeah, he was on.
Got a little dirty and.
Yeah, he was on Even Stevens for like 4 seasons or whatever it was, and that's where he was really excelling. And then apparently, Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg discovered him, quote unquote, and ever since then he's been pretty much sucking their dicks. I have nothing against Steven Spielberg. He's an awesome, from what I've seen, he's an awesome person, and he's a brilliant director and producer and everything else. But Michael Bay can just jump off a fucking cliff. It's just one of those things where, I wonder what Bay is saying about these statements that Shia is making, because, it's kind of like, what was it? The rules of Fight Club are you don't talk about Fight Club. The rules of Bay movies is you don't pander Bay movies.
Yeah, he has been coming out with a lot of different random comments about the films as of late. Pretty much knocking them without really trying to knock them, but he's still knocking them.
I don't get the whole thing. The third one is still a year away. It's coming out 2011, which I'm glad it's coming out in 2011 so we can get this shit over with. Because if it was still coming out in 2012, we would have another year and a half of fucking little news that makes no damn sense. I'm sorry. A news story about where they're filming, that's not fucking news.
No, that's just a, production note. That's not really anything special.
It's not news. Alright, so, let's see here. Digitalscapes Company, a Japanese consulting company specializing in digital content creations, has posted a notice of job fairs to be held to hire 40 people that would be responsible for some aspect of the graphics for the upcoming Transformers Prime cartoon that is scheduled to air on the hub as early as late this year. That line makes no sense, but it's in the story. This is the first mention of Digitalscape's involvement with the upcoming cartoon. Digitalscape is mostly widely known for their involvement with video games, with work ranging from character, environment, motion, to programming. Protoman said something about this on Twitter when the story broke back on the 23rd. He said he had a buddy not working for them but knew them or whatever, and apparently they don't do CG very well. So it's not... Yeah. So it's not like you're getting Mainframe's old people.
So we're getting another Energon Cybertron.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish they'd go to Rainmaker. Because that's Mainframe.
Yeah. And on top of that, I wish they would hire other Transformers fans other than fucking Kurtzman and Orsi, who I do not consider Transformers fans.
I consider them just sci-fi writers. Because that's all they are. They're writing on random sci-fi stuff. Yes, they did an excellent job on Star Trek, but I think they took a big ass dump on Transformers between them and Bay.
Oh, yeah.
I think they should have... I mean, shit, even Simon Furman would have been a preferable writer for it. I mean...
But the whole thing is that ever since it was announced that Kurtzman and Orsi were going to write Transformers, and then, of course, Revenge of the Fallen, it's like they were billed... Well, at least Kurtzman was always billed as this huge Transformers fan that knows all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. He don't know jack shit.
And as sad as
I could write a better fucking Transformers movie than he did. And then they had the second one fucking ghost written. Morons.
Yeah.
So anyway, going into this, the reason why I brought him up was the fact that he's talking about the progression of Transformers Prime. In an article by the broadcastingcable.com about Stephen Davis, the president of Hasbro Studios, Alex Kurtzman briefly talked about the progress of the next animated Transformers TV series. Tentative name, Transformers Prime. Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orsi, Star Trek feature, Fringe alias, who wrote the Transformers movies, are also helming the animated Transformers TV series for Hasbro and the Hub. Davis's A-team approach is working remarkably brilliantly, Kurtzman tells BNC. There's a stigma about things being done by committee creatively, but it is so much to be done, so much of a well to draw from. Kurtzman says everyone feels protected to do their best work because the message from the top down is that you're supported in your vision. Kurtzman adds that he and Orsi would like to work with Davis forever. Honestly, I don't care. I could give two shits less. You know what? I'm going to keep bringing this up because hopefully it'll subliminally put messages in people's heads about donating money for us to go to TFCon, but I haven't had a chance to go to TFCon or read any of their fiction, but I know Protoman writes their fiction, or he has at least this year and last year. Protoman could write a better Transformers cartoon than these two jackasses.
Shit, I could write a better Transformers movie than these two jackasses.
Well, yeah. Well, this isn't even the movie anymore. This is the cartoon stuff.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, I've already got ideas for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I would create a whole new Prime, skip over the Optimus thing, and use like Rodimus or something, or use, some other villain instead of playing with the same old formula.
Yes.
Skip out of the movie verse.
Oh, yeah. That's what's scaring me. I know we haven't had a whole lot of news about Transformers Prime, but that's what's scaring me, is that it's going to be a tie from Revenge to whatever the third movie is going to be called. It's going to be a tie-in. And it's like, hey, kids, instead of going and buying prequel comic books, you can go watch this cartoon series, which came out 2 years, or a year after the second film and a year before the third film. It's a bridge the gap type of thing. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I'd have to say I'm not too enthused on it. I'm going to hold off on, full judgment, but I don't think this bodes well for the show.
Nope.
I think, honestly, that this is going to bomb.
Yep.
I think that, as much as animated was hated for its animation style, it, by the end, turned out fine.
And I've said this before, and I'm tired of saying this. One of the reasons why I didn't like animated in the beginning was, number one, it was on at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday, and I just never remembered to watch it. Number two, I thought that's what it was going to be, that it was going to be a bridge the gap between TF1 and TF2, which turned out it was nothing like that. I hope to God this new one isn't anything like a bridge between Revenge and whatever the new one's going to be called. But I'm very, with all the designs of the Bumblebee character that we've seen and everything, I'm betting it's going to be Movieverse based, and I'm going to fucking hate it.
Yeah, so far we haven't seen any art other than that Bumblebee, which looks like he's a wannabe Rodimus, or Hot Rod.
Yeah.
With the wings in the back and everything else. But so far I'm not impressed with the design, because you can already tell by looking at that it's going to be a movie tie-in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm
not even looking forward to this at all.
No, not at all.
And quite honestly, I probably won't watch it. I'll probably watch an episode or two just to get the gist, and then I'm done.
Yep.
Transformers series have pretty much, I think they need to just stop making them and go back to formula and figure out what the hell they really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Create something new, or use aspects of old, but stop fucking rehashing the movie.
Mm.
Leave the movie as the movie and have a separate series as the TV show.
Mm. Yes, I completely agree. And the final story we're going to bring up, just announced this morning at 3:29 a.m., nonetheless. TFCon has announced their first guest for the 2010 convention, Mark Ryan, Transformers movie Bumblebee and Jetfire, to attend TFCon 2010. The first voice actor guest for TFCon 2010 is Mark Ryan. He began working on the 2007 film Transformers during filming as the on-set voice of several different robots. This work continued throughout filming and into editing, and prior to the actual casting of the voiceover talent, he was then the voice of the character Bumblebee. Ryan also voices Ironhide and Hoist for the Activision video games. Based on the film, he returned to voice Bumblebee as well as Jetfire for the sequel, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and standing in for the robots during principal photography. TFCon 2010 will take place July 17th and 18th in Toronto. Visit tfcon.ca. I added the the website part. It's not on the actual story. I think this is great because, I mean, if you and I want to go to this, or if we, find a way to get to this thing, it'd be cool to meet Mark Ryan.
Yeah. Although I'm not really sure where his voice comes in as Bumblebee since the first movie.
Yeah, but, screw that. Jetfire. I mean,
The cranky old Autobot.
Yeah.
Or Decepticon, whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just that they needed a name attached to Bumblebee. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'd be awesome to meet him.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool to meet him, considering, we have no actual contact from the movie people.
Yeah. This is pretty much the beginning of the TFCon announcements. I'm sure they'll be announcing a whole bunch of stuff in the next couple of weeks. So I'm sure we'll find out stuff as it trickles along here. Do we want to discuss anything?
Transformers Prime is going to be gay. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
That's an overstatement.
I don't really know.
Nah, we didn't prepare any topics yet, so probably the next thing you guys are gonna hear from us here on All Things Transformers is our commentary for the 2007 film. Not exactly sure when we're gonna do it or when it's gonna be released, but it's gonna be probably before May or right after the month of May starts.
Yeah, we'll probably have that up fairly soon.
Yeah. We were going to do it this morning, but I am just way too damn tired.
And didn't honestly have the time to do a 2-hour movie.
Yeah. So I think that's it if you want to close us out.
Yep. This has been another All Things Transformers. Next time we'll have the DVD review and then hopefully another topic. If you'd like to get a hold of me to send topic information, you can do so podcast at PrediconEmpire.com.
He doesn't even know his own email address.
Well, I've got so many damn emails, it's kind of hard to remember. That and I mixed up the word. But yeah, so send comments there, comment suggestions, whatever there, or join the PrediconEmpire.com/Nexus forums and post it in the All Things Transformers area, and we'll be sure to read it on the show, whether it be question, comments, or suggestions, or topic ideas. We're pretty much open to anything, any kind of fan feedback.
Yes, we are.
So I guess we'll see you next time, and I've been Steve Megatron Phillips.
Why is it every time anyone says see you next time, I wave? I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, we'll see you next time, folks.
Yes. I wish to speak to my lawyer.